Hi there. Wave after wave of the pandemic scenario has still left entertainment outside the theaters, largely dependent on the online streaming platforms. On Get Busy Watching today, I attempt a top 10 of all the movies released on Netflix in the first half of the year 2021. At the 10th place, I would suggest the Turkish movie Paper Lives that tells the tale of a gang of rag pickers in the streets of Istanbul, headed by a chronically ill middle-aged manager Mehmet. Though at times a bit melodramatic and theatrical in its execution, the movie still draws our attention to the plight of the abandoned children on the streets, scavenging cardboard, sniffing glue, and longing for a home.
Yaptı bunları. Annesi koymuş lan çuvala. Kadın artık ne kadar çaresiz kaldıysa.
Ya anası bile isteye attıysa sokağa.
O zaman ben sahip çıkarım bu çocuğa.
Bana iş bul dedin, ben de sana iş buldum.
Hastasın oğlum sen. Hasta.
Number 9, I have the horror drama Things Heard and Seen that was trashed by critics and average moviegoers alike, in spite of having a gripping storyline and powerful portrayals, due to the pitfalls in its script, especially at the end. But still, it evoked such an eerie atmosphere of suspense and dread for me, where one is not horrified by the dead or the unknown, but by the living and the inherent evil in them.
I don't know anybody up here.
Well, you do now.
My wife doesn't know what happened here. I think it would be better if we kept it that way.
Everything in the natural world has a counterpart in the spiritual realm.
We're all so inconsequential.
I'd say death is only the beginning.
My wife is the true believer of the family. You do not want to get us started on all.
At number 8, it is The Mitchells vs. the Machines, which was applauded by all sects of the audience as a wholesome family entertainment movie that had inspiring messages for all members of the tech-savvy modern family. Appreciated especially for its witty dialogues, clever humor, a modern look, an alluring design, and its dear, relatable, extraordinarily ordinary characters.
I'm Katie. I'm sort of a weirdo. My parents haven't figured me out yet. To be fair, it took me a while to figure myself out. My brother, also weird.
Hi, would you like to talk to me about dinosaurs? No. Okay, thank you.
And my mom.
Katie face cupcakes.
All of us, really.
How about we put our phones down and we can make 10 seconds of unobstructed family eye contact. Starting now. See, this is good.
On number 7, I have the movie Concrete Cowboy that tells the story of a father and son in an urban corner of Philadelphia in a rarely seen setup of horse breeding, telling the tales of the unsung urban Black American cowboys. With just a handful of characters powerfully emoted, Ricky Staub brings to life a whole cultural landscape steeped in its history of oppression and discrimination.
There's a horse in your house.
Oh, that's you right here.
I ain't staying here.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit it though. Once you step out, that door stays locked till morning.
At the 6th place on my list is the early year release by Netflix, I Care a Lot. The carefully crafted, high-handed heist, devoid of any moral trimmings, that locks protagonists Marla and Roman in a game of grift, will knock you out of any preconceived notion on women in crime. It is undoubtedly an edge-of-the-seat coaster ride that makes for a different movie-going experience, even though the ride might still and all leave you a bit nauseous in the end.
See that? You're a John Doe. You nearly died of an overdose. You're lucky they found you in time. You want to hear an interesting fact? When an incapacitated John Doe is found, the state automatically appoints them a legal guardian to oversee their treatment and welfare. You know where this is going, right?
Released again in early January of 2021, Pieces of a Woman stands fifth in my rating. This movie tells the tale of Martha, self-assured, sure-footed, well-to-do, cared for and confident, her perfectly planned life falling apart to pieces when she delivers a still firstborn in a home delivery gone awry. Kind words from loved ones, nor court cases to lay the blame on something solid, help her come to terms with her loss.
It's about you having to face this.
I am facing this. I am facing it! I am facing this!
Well, I don't think you are. We need some justice here.
No, you need. That is what you want. That is what you need. That is your way. That is not my way. That is what you need.
Martha, if you had done it my way, you'd be holding your baby in your arms right now.
At the fourth place on my list is Ramin Bahrani's The White Tiger, that has brought to reel Aravind Adiga's Booker Prize-winning novel by the same name. It explores the unbridgeable abyss between the haves and the have-nots of India through the story of chauffeur-turned-entrepreneur Balram Halwai. The whole movie, which is narrated by Balram himself in a matter-of-fact tone, steeped in high sarcasm, doesn't spare the rich at all. The rich, cocooned in their comfy lives, privileged enough to be morally right or wrong.
Number 1, give your master phony invoices for repairs that are not necessary.
Thank you, sir.
2, sell your master's petrol to other drivers. As you gain confidence, cruise around picking up and dropping off paying customers. Delhi has many pickup points. Over time, you will learn them all.
Third on my list is the movie Penguin Bloom, that follows the regeneration of a once physically fit, full of life wife and mother of 3 boys, who is now confined to a wheelchair, paralyzed from the chest down. She finds purpose in life, all of her hopes renewed when her boys take in an abandoned magpie chick named Penguin. In spite of being a tad bit formulaic, Penguin Bloom doesn't fail to kindle all the positive vibes related to love, hope, and family in us.
Sam!
I'm okay, it's fine.
You're not missing this.
Is she fine?
You wait.
Like a boss! Hey! You can do it! I'm back!
At the second place, I have the French movie Oxygen by director Alexandre Aja, that begins and ends in a cryogenic pod where a woman wakes up from a hypersleep of 12 years to discover that the oxygen inside the chamber is depleting. In that short span of awakening, she attempts to figure out who she is, the where and when and why behind the present in the pod, a riveting claustrophobic thriller that evokes several questions on the future of humanity.
Je suis Milo, votre médicale interface de liaison opérateur.
Je suis forcément malade.
Aucune maladie ou anormalité détectée.
Je suis pas malade. Milo, déverrouillage.
Je ne suis pas en mesure d'accéder à cette requête pour le moment.
Milo, s'il te plaît, je t'en supplie.
And the movie that I absolutely loved this year in Netflix was The Dig, taking me back in time into a picturesque Suffolk corner of vast lands and white skies, with a regular spattering of the RAF planes on them, reminding us of the looming all-important war in the background as Mr. Brown patiently pursues with his dig. Characters and events planted at the right time in the right place, who attempt to celebrate the triumph of humanity beyond periods of borders and wars, in this understated movie completely captivated me.
Maybe older.
Mr. Brown is an archaeologist.
Well, I'm an excavator.
You've come to dig up the mounds.
So you think there's something beneath?
Who are those men?
They're from the museum.
Ye gods! Mrs. Pretty, I think you'd better come and see.
Why would anyone want to bury a ship?
I would expect this is a grave of a warrior or a king.
So, as I felt it, hope you agree that there is no dearth of good cinema even on online streaming platforms. Hope you agree with my ratings. Hope to meet you here with yet another compilation. Till then, like, share, subscribe, and get busy watching, guys.